Hello and welcome to the Weather channel. I'm Jason, your host. Feels like it's been years since I've been upstairs on this computer. Wow. Okay, so this is my interim report on Linux. Specifically, Manjaro. It works for nearly everything. Percentages, let's say. I haven't found any flat screen game on my list up to now that does not work. Few need a few tweaks. Star Trek Online had a blank screen when I started it up and I just had to press where I knew the launch button was. But apart from that, I've had no issues, no crashes. It's working fine with my NVIDIA graphics card. So flat screen games, brilliant. Discord, perfect except for that weird issue where it won't play audio from a game if you're streaming it on Discord. That's not really a deal breaker. I can work around that. Works better with my Canon EOS, the camera I used to use in here. Works better downstairs with that system. Crazy. I'm actually really happy with it. What else? Okay. Email systems, I would say 50%. I'm saying 50% at the moment because, and that's just me. First of all, let's say about the games. You may have a game that doesn't like Linux. There's a few games that don't. Mostly the ones with proprietary DRM. But even easy anti-cheat stuff works fine. I was downstairs using, I'll come to the VR stuff in a bit though. So for me, it's 100% on the flat screen games. For others, it might be 80, 70, 60%. But for me, works. Manjaro just is very comfortable to use if you've got any kind of knowledge of OSs. Banking stuff works. I can't use my Ace Money Lite, so it's not perfect, but they have their own budget software downstairs, which I've already configured, and I was able to input the CVS data from my Ace Money Lite, so that works. Email, 50%, because I can't use Mail Washer, and I don't know how to get it to work with down there at all. But most people don't use Mail Washer, and therefore for most people it would fine. Apart from that, the Thunderbird client works fine. I use the same Thunderbird client I use on many situations. So, all good. Watching YouTube, doing vlogs, uploading to YouTube, all of that, pretty much perfect. The only negative is VR. Pimax headsets don't work with it at all. I'm going to get rid of one of my Pimax headsets so that I don't need two if I'm going to have that there. And the money is going to probably be used to do with setting up another Linux machine. Hello, baby. You're a good girl, aren't you? In fact, I've got an idea of what that money could be used for. So, yeah. I can get the Quest 3 working with it. I can get my Valve Index. I was logged on with my Valve Index. I went into VRchat, no problem. The easy anti-cheat system didn't have any problem with Linux. But Pimax, no. Quest, yes. Index, yes. There's a few things that are missing, but they're all possible to be tweaked. Apart from that, I am really happy with the Linux machine downstairs. I can't move completely over to Linux though, because I still love my Pimax. So I'm keeping one of my Pimax, but I don't need to keep it as oh my god, what happens if the Pimax goes down? Because I've got my Valve Index and I've got my Quest 3 as backups. So I don't need to keep two Pimaxes. All in all, it's been a really fun few days setting it all up. And now I'll just be tweaking things like I haven't figured out how to set up the audio for the Valve Index. That's one thing that wasn't working on VRchat. So I think I've got to install something called Pipewire or something like that, just to get everything to work together. And then I need to get it so I can do Munchies. But that's a slow on. I've installed everything. Works perfectly with all the VR stuff. I mean, not the VR, the AI stuff. No problems at all. And like I said, it's got something called Lutris. Lutris is freaking amazing. Lutris is like, well, for installing stuff like GOG and Epic Launcher and anything like that, and installing any kind of emulation. Works perfectly. We are getting very, very close now to a time when we won't need Windows. And I think that terrifies Microsoft. I think when Valve next comes out with its headset, once again, it's not the headsets, it's the middleware. The middleware that's causing the issues that won't run on Linux very well. Now, I should look into the Beyond VR one, because see if whether that needs intermediate software, or does that, if that runs purely on Steam VR, then it will work on Linux. So just wanted to update people why I've been busy these last few days. I've really enjoyed it. It's a nice ongoing project now. I can't turn my main PC into Manjaro because, like I said, there is a few issues that have to be taken care of. But I will be heading there over the next coming months. I've got some ideas of how to do it. And we will see where it goes from there. I'm really quite tired now. But I've got Munchies in about an hour and a half, so no use me trying to get to sleep. I'll sleep afterwards. I'll sleep when I've sung my song. So bye bye for now.